Welcome back, class 11. Today I will be continuing from the chapter Fundamental Concepts. Basically, we will deal about state and the society. In last class, in last video we have talked about state and the government. Today we'll be discussing about state and society. So it's very simple to understand, and with your notes ready in your hand, I guess that you have understood some lines or some statements that it's written in the subsequent slides. So let's proceed. So, state and society. Now the concept of state is clear to you, and the concept of government is also clear to you. So let's proceed with understanding what is society. In ancient times, no difference used to be made between state and society. In olden times, there was no difference between state and society because the ancient Greek philosophers like Plato, Aristotle never made a distinction between the two. Who didn't make any distinction? Plato and Aristotle didn't say that there is a distinction, but they never made any distinction between the state and society. So later on in 17th century, let's understand how the change occurred. Okay, how the difference between started to occur in between state and society. In 17th century, the political thinkers like John Locke, his full name is John Locke, and he came forward to recognize that state was different from society. So who said that state was different from society? John Locke in 17th century came forward and said that state and society is totally different. So since that time, all political thinkers with few exceptions like Hegel, Bradley, and Bosanquet, the idealists and the supporters of the concept of totalitarian state have been accepting these differences. So now this is just a extra added note, okay? So you just need to answered. Okay, you just need to understand that previously at a traditional period of time, what happened, there was no difference between state and society. And different political philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle also never led any distinction between the two. But when in 17th century John Locke came forward and said that, and he understood that there was a difference between state and society. So further, Hegel, Bradley, and so other political thinkers also accepted the different notion of state and the society. So definition of state and society. Let's understand what is a definition of a society. Society is often popularly defined as a sum total of social relations among people. So, society is sum total of social relations among people. It is defined by McIver. It is McIver as the web of social relationship. It is defined as the web of social relationship. So, what does this social relationship means? In a society, there is not only one person or one individual person, but in a society, there are different individuals. Okay, there are different individuals come together to form a society, and that individuals say share certain kind of relationship. Okay, they share certain kind of relationship, and it becomes a web of social relationship. So McIver has defined that society is the web of social relationship. Man is a social animal by nature and necessity. Man is a social animal by nature and necessity. So what does this statement means? Social animal by nature and necessity. So in a rough word, like a rough sentence, social animal means an animal or a human being which is highly interactive with other members of the species. Social animal means highly interactive, highly interactive with other members of a society. So human beings are highly interactive with the other members of society because that is his nature, and it is due to necessity also. So it's very simple. So what kind of nature is gregarious, reproductive instinct and ability to use language impels him, and his physical and material needs compel him to live together with others. So nature and necessity. Nature means his nature is gregariousness, and reproductive instinct is there, and that particular person uses a different language, and use of different language impels him, like he impels him. There is certain physical and material needs, and for that material needs and physical needs, he or she needs to come together to live with within a society. So that is his nature versus necessity. Okay, so the network of relation that naturally emerges in the process of collective thing is called the society or a social system. So what is society or a social system? Means the network of relation. There is not just single network. Okay, different person come together from different sections, so there will be a network. Okay, network of relations for that collectively living in that particular system. So it is called a society or a social system. So it is always characterized, what society is always characterized by cooperation and conflict among the members of the society. So society is characterized by cooperation. In a society there is cooperation to achieve certain thing also, and there is conflict also. They have to struggle, they have to fight for their needs, no? So society is characterized by cooperation within the members also, as well as a conflict within the members also. Okay, so all types of human relationship exist in the society. So different relationships can be found in a society. You also just imagine, like in a society there are so much of relationship. Okay, different kinds of relationship that you bear with the society. Like you bear certain relationship with your mother, father. Apart from their mother and father, you have your friends, and more than like there will be different relationship. Like if you go in a working condition, if you are an employee, there will be boss and employee relationship. So there are different relationship that do exist in a society. So moving forward, now that is just a definition or understanding of what is society and their characteristics. Now let's understand what is the features of society. Society is very vast as well as complex system of social relationship. So society is vast, it's very vast, and it cannot be comprehended. Okay, and it is a very complex system. So if we understand one society, if we understand if we understand one society, it doesn't mean that we have understood whole society, whatever the society that is present in the world. Okay, so it's very complex to understand, because different society have different social relationship, and different social relationship give birth to different definition of society. So social relation involves continuous interaction among the people of a society. So what is social relationship? Social relationship is just like it is a continuous interactions among the people of a society. Social relations are characterized by, as I have already said, cooperation, conflict and dispute, and competition. Okay, there is cooperation to achieve certain thing, people come together, and further it has conflict and dispute also. Conflict and dispute means people fight for their rights. There will be like there will be competition, there will be conflict, because different people have different views, right? And in a society there will not be any singular thinking, but there will be diverse thinking. That's why there will be conflict and dispute, and these conflict and dispute will lead to competition. Like, in order to achieve these ideas, or these uh, point, there should be competition between the different groups. So MacIver observes society is competition crossed by conflict. MacIver says that society is cooperation crossed by conflict. Society is not a mere collection of people. It is like, society is a collection of people. It is not that true. It is not just in a society there. It is not the meaning. It is not saying that in society there just lies people. No, it is not that. But it essentially talks about, or it means about, the continuous and social relationship and interactions among the people. So in a society there will be social relationship. Okay, and in social relation we only talk about continuous social relationship plus interactions with different people. Okay, but both likeness and diversities are essential constituent of society. Members of the society have several similarity as well as some diversity. So there, in a society there will be different members coming together, right? And that particular member have different theory, different ideas, and that will not be similar to the other member of a society. So there will be several similarities as well as dissimilarities also. Moving forward, let's understand the difference between the state and society. So we need to understand the basic difference, what is state and what is society. State came into existence after the birth and evolution of society. So it's very simple. Okay, now this go back to the theory. Okay, so what does this mean? Now I'll explain with the help of a drawing. Without this you will not understand. So previously there will be man, and he meets a woman. Okay, he meets a woman, and they start a family. Similarly, there will be other men, women, they will start a family. It grows and grows like this. It grows and grows. Then this statement is comes to, like, this statement becomes true, that first society will be if different groups come together. If different groups come together, different if this is a group, if different groups come together, it will considered as a society. So it says that society comes after, it's like this: the state came into existence after the birth and evolution of a society. First society formed, then only state became. Okay, so I guess this is clear to you, because different society, if this is different society, this is one society, this is one society, and this is the other society, then it will come that in a global level, or in a larger level, it will form a state. So these also we will be studying gradually in the theory and the origin of state in chapter 3. So this will be clear to you all. The social relationship formed by people needed protection, and for this need for an order of maintaining and regulating body was felt. So now there will be, like, there arise different society came into origin. Okay, different groups came together, they form society, and that society also needs certain kind of protection. Okay, and they need certain rules and regulation to follow. There should be, they felt that there should be one regulating body, for this diverse society. Okay, then ultimately state emerged. Okay, state emerged as an institution and started providing through its agencies that government, security, law and order to the society. And finally, when diverse society came into being, and they thought that society felt the urge, like, now they needed the protection, so there should be one regulating body who looks after the rules and regulation of that particular society. Then finally state emerged and provided what security, law, and by giving protections to the society. So the boundaries of the state and society are usually quaternions. So this is simple. Quaternions means that having same boundaries in a space time, in same space and time, having a boundaries in same space and time, and yet there are several differences between the two, but the boundaries of state and society are bounded in same space and time, but also there are different between differences are also there. So differences can be described as follows. So let's understand what is the deeper analysis of differences. Okay, now society is wide in scope than state. Okay, wide in scope than state. Main difference: society is a very bad and comprehensive organization of human beings. Very bad as well as comprehensive organization of human beings. It is formed by all types of relationship that emerges and develops among people when they live together. Okay, so society is formed by all types of relationship, okay, that emerged and developed by people, because people live together in a society and different kinds of human relationship thrive in a society. And whereas state is one political institution, state is one political institution or a community, it is concerned primarily with the exercise of power in a society. So state is like one political unit, and its main agenda and main target is to fulfill its main target is to exercise the power, okay, in a society. Not just like it is not comprising of different complex human relationship, that is society, but state is one political unit, one political institution that looks after the state by exercising different powers with the help of different organs of the government, that is legislative, executive, and judiciary. It's very simple. Society is prior to state, like first to state. Okay, society is rooted in human nature. As a social animal, human beings naturally entered into the social relation, as I have already told, and formed the society. However, the need for protecting the social relation as well as the need for law and order gave rise to the need of the state. First society came, okay, then there were different human relationship, but that human relationship became very complex. Okay, then complexity arise, competition, then competitions also gave rise to different narratives. Okay, then they thought of this, people thought of, there were lots of chaos and confusion. Then they thought of, now there should be one political unit that will look after the rule regulating, that will be a regulating body for the society. So it is like state is first, then only society is first, then only comes the state. Now, state represents as an organized unit of human being. Society reflects the natural unity of human beings into the social relation. State is organized, whereas society is natural. It is formed naturally by understanding the human beings into social relationship. Society includes both organized as well as unorganized group. Society organized and or unorganized group. Organized means those groups who go and work, like they have certain, they are into, like they get a certain amount of salaries, they work for a firm, they work in a business, they go to schools and teach the student, they are like they fall, this kind of people fall into organized community. But there are those community who are called unorganized community, where people, daily wage earners, daily wage earners they are those people, okay, who don't have any regulating body, they earn by themselves. So society has both organized and unorganized uh, people. Okay, whereas the state is a politically organized people living on a definite portion of a territory and characterized and exercised by the supreme power, that is sovereignty. So for state is like an organized community. It is not just like it is not in state there is not unorganized community. State is organized community where people live in a definite area and it is ruled by a supreme authority, or there is a supreme power, that is sovereignty. Government is the agency of the state, but society has no formal and organized agent. Okay, state acts to its government, where government is the agent of the state, whereas society has no single agent or a agency. It works by maintaining just human relationship. Okay, so it is considered as who society is considered as self-regulating system of human relationship of a thing. So it's very easy, you don't need to understand, just like read slowly and understand and analyze the keywords. It's very easy. Okay, sovereign belongs to the state and not to the society. Sovereign means supreme power. Sovereign belongs to the state and not to the society. State exercises supreme is that sovereign power over all the members and institution of the state, whereas society is a system of social relationship. It's very simple. This social relationship is a key word and you need to bombard your answer with writing social relationship. Okay, the word social relationship, because it directly understand, it connotates that society is totally about social relationship and how people maintain their social relationship. Okay, so territory belongs to state and not to the society. So state is a territorial entity, whereas society has no territory. So society cannot be seen, and there is no well defined territory. But state has well defined territory. And each and every people or a citizen of a state has to abide, has to like has to obey the territorial unit of a state. Now, so this is simple. The like I have covered state and society, the mere differences between the state and society. Basically, in today's lecture, we talked about society. What is society? What is society? It's difference between state as well as society. So state is there, you have already understood. Today we have understood about society, and in subsequent chapters, like in subsequent, we'll understand about association also. Okay, so I guess you have understood. Please complete your the piled up notes also. If you complete one topic today, your notes will be ready, so it will be very much easy to like understand. And it's I am doing my part, like I'm delivering a lecture to you, but it's your part also, that you need to go more and beyond from the online classes also. It's very easy to understand. You can google different videos, you can google different notes that is there in your internet and understand the concept, whichever you find it difficult. Otherwise, like if you find any difficult, you can just ping me on my WhatsApp number also. I'm there and I'll be ever ready to explain you the concept. So if you are stuck, kindly rewind this video and see what I am discussing. If you are stuck in certain words, kindly open your dictionary and see the meaning and relate it in the sentence. So this much. Till then, stay safe and take care.